Good morning guys. Welcome back to the online biology sessions Anand Venkataravi. In the last video session we had discussed about the process of gastrulation. In that session how three germinal layer structure formed from the blastocyst we had discussed. In the result of gastrulation, outer ectoderm and middle mesoderm and inner endoderm were formed. As you know, the very first germinal layer formed in the gastrulation process is endoderm, later mesoderm, finally the epiblast rest of the epiblast cells are settled as ectoderm. Once the three germinal layers form, around the embryo, extra-embryonic membranes or abembryonic layers were formed, and they are amnion, chorion, allantois and yolk sac. So, in the last video itself, we already discussed the each and every function of abembryonic layers. These abembryonic layers present till the delivery time. The role of abembryonic layers in one animal, it is different. If amnion is present, in such case, that vertebrate is called amniote. Suppose, example. Fishes, amphibians, reptiles, apes, mammals. All these are quadrants. In fishes, amnion was absent. In amphibians, amnion was absent. Reptiles, apes and mammals, these three have amniotic layer around the embryo during embryogenesis. That is the reason fishes and amphibians are called amniotes. An means what? Absent. Which one absent? Amniotic layer was absent. Whereas reptiles, apes, mammals, in their embryogenesis, they exhibit amniotic layer. That's why they are called amniotes. Vertebrates are separated according to the presence and absence of amniotic layer. Fishes and amphibians, even though they are vertebrates, they are called lower vertebrates. Whereas reptiles, apes and mammals, due to the presence of amniotic membrane in the extra-embryonic layer, in the process of embryogenesis, they are considered as higher vertebrates. So certainly mammal, so and so, human is amniote. Abembryonic layers are formed, and inside the abembryonic layers, the pre-germinal layer is undergone the condensation, foldings, development to form the tissue, organ and further organ systems. The nourishing part is placenta, there is no doubt. But placenta have a conduit. Conduit means what? A path towards the baby side, that is called umbilical cord. So now we are going to discuss about umbilical cord structure and its function and its specifications. Umbilical cord connects placenta and fetus. So entire this structure is enveloped by two layers. Outer layer mostly composed of smooth muscles. So what is the length of the umbilical cord? Umbilical cord is about 50 centimeters in length. In inches, it is about 12 inches, which connects placenta and novel part of the fetus. You know very well the novel point. As it is coming from the novel point, it is considered as umbilical cord. Umbilicus means novel part. It is also called novel duct or novel tube. This umbilical cord consists of two arteries and one vein. If we have a transverse section, we can observe these two structures of arteries and one structure of vein. If you observe the transverse section, we can see the jelly-like substance is called Wharton's jelly. Inside the Wharton's jelly, there are two arteries and one vein we can observe. And in the Wharton's jelly, allantois duct also very clearly visible. Entire all this assembled structure is covered by two layers. Outermost layer composed of smooth muscles. And innermost layer is composed of metachromatic part. And umbilical cord is not only a conduit, it is also a material of genetic information. And let us see some interesting details about the umbilical cord now. Umbilical cord develops from yolk sac and electroid membrane. You may not have a correct imagination of how they two are coming. If you see, these cells are epiblastic cells and these cells are hypoblastic cells. And at the time of gastrulation, middle mesodermal cells are formed. Before that, this hypoblasts become endoderm. From this endoderm, yolk sac is also coming. From this endoderm, electroids is also coming. From this part, a tubular part is growing. This is called umbilical cord. So umbilical cord is derived from endoderm. That's why we are written that it develops, umbilical cord develops from yolk sac and electroids together. More interesting thing here is the 5th week. When the embryonic development attains 5th week, completely the yolk sac is completely replaced by umbilical cord. Now, umbilical cord connects to placenta, then placenta connects to mother circulatory system. So, umbilical cord helps in the removal of carbon dioxide till the placenta. Later placenta takes care of that, and also helps in the pumping of oxygenated blood to the fetus from the placenta. Very easy thing here. From mother heart to placenta, placenta to umbilical cord to fetus. What has happened? Next, what are going back to the placenta? The way is fetus to umbilical cord to placenta, placenta to mother heart. This is how the conduit has been established between placenta and fetus. Certainly, umbilical cord is a conduit path which connects placenta and fetus. Now, another interesting thing is generally arteries are carrying oxygenated blood while veins are carrying deoxygenated blood. But here, the umbilical cord vein carries high level of oxygen. If you observe, the vein present in the umbilical cord carries oxygenated blood. In such, oxygen levels are compared to the artery more. In arteries, oxygen levels are low. Both are carrying oxygen. So, oxygenated blood travel in the umbilical cord in arteries as well as vein. Vein bringing high level oxygenated blood from the placenta to the fetus. Once fetal metabolic activities were completed, then waste materials as well as carbon dioxide also has to pump back to the placenta from fetus. In that, low level oxygen also present. Here what I would like to convey is arteries and vein both are having oxygenated blood. Who pumps the blood back to the placenta from fetus? Answer is arteries. So, two arteries and one vein are suspended in a Warten's jelly. Warten is a scientist's name. Entire this structure is a bundle-like structure which passes from the abdomen of the fetus to the placenta. During delivery time, this umbilical cord cuts off and baby will be separated from the mother. Another thing is, as we have discussed in the last session, amniocentesis. Amniotic fluid consists of some cells that are belongs to the fetus. So when we collect the amniotic fluid, we can also examine the cells present in the amniotic fluid which are there belongs to the fetus. So we can detect some abnormalities and also for sex determination. So amniocentesis, like another method was there. In that, we are collecting the cells from umbilical cord nothing but a superficial tissue, and also we can detect the same things as we are conducting in amniocentesis. What is the method? If we diagnose anything from the tissue of umbilical cord, it is called percutaneous umbilical cord blood sampling. The full form is percutaneous umbilical cord blood sampling. In short form, it is considered as PERS. Percutaneous means superficial. Cutaneous means what? The skin. Skin of the umbilical cord. So, which passes the blood, right? So, we can collect that part. Percutaneous umbilical cord blood sampling is also one of the diagnostic method in which we can detect the many abnormalities of the fetus and genetical errors also. This is what some important information regarding the umbilical cord structure and function. When does umbilical cord forms? When gastrulation finished. As early as gastrulation finished, umbilical cord form. How long the umbilical cord exists? Till the baby delivery. While baby delivery, doctors used to cut off the umbilical cord to separate the baby from the mother. Later, within 1 week or 2 weeks, it will be dried up and it will fall itself from the novel point. Umbilical cord is available. We can preserve some stem cells which are present in the umbilical cord for further reference of the second being. Now, the rest of what is organogenesis. Let us see organogenesis. After the formation of a gastrula, every day or in the trimester of every month, what happens gradually? Let us have a look. During organogenesis, gradually, what are the organs developed and cumulatively organ systems were developed? What are the significant features in entire organogenesis? Here I would like to stress you a point, that is organogenesis is different and gestation period is different. Gestation period counts from fertilization to delivery, and organogenesis begins after gastrulation process till delivery. I hope you understand. So what we are discussing here, not gestation, we are discussing about organogenesis. Let us see. The germinal layers undergoes differentiation. What is differentiation? Less specification to most specification. A tissue which specified its level will increase and it can differentiate into many ways. Here we have to discuss about the stem cells. Generally, stem cells are totipotent cells. A cell could able to generate whole body is called totipotent cell. At the time of fertilization, zygote will form. Because of zygote, all these stages were there: morula, blastula, blastocyst, gastrulation, organogenesis, embryogenesis, everything will be there. So zygote is totipotent cell. It could able to give any part of our body, any cell of our body. So zygote. Later the zygote formation, we have observed in the gastrulation process 3 germinal layers were there: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. Ectoderm generates some parts, mesoderm generates some parts, and endoderm generates some parts. Entire our organ systems are not derived from only one germinal layer. Suppose from the ectoderm, nervous system comes, and some part of endocrine glands also comes, mainly pituitary gland and hypothalamus, pineal gland. These are coming from the ectoderm. If you see the endoderm gives digestive system, gut part, respiratory system, and reproductive system. Some endocrine glands like thyroid, parathyroid, and thymus glands are also coming from endoderm. Some exocrine glands like liver, pancreas. Pancreas is a mixed gland. Pancreas, endocrine part of pancreas, Langerhans of islets of Langerhans, they are also coming from endoderm. As endoderm is formed first, gut develops. That's why the process is called gastrulation. Even though ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm forms, by the term we have given there is a gastrulation, formation of stomach, but stomach is not formed, actually gut is formed. Gut means digestive tract. Digestive tract is coming from endoderm. Endoderm is formed first, right? That's why it is called gastrula. Gastro means what? Stomach. Like that. Even though organogenesis began, what is the first organ which develops in our body? That is neural plate. As early the three germinal layer forms, due to the process of induction, actually it is a very depth process. In MBBS first year you can see that. Due to the induction, ectodermal cells becomes specialized and turn neural plates. The formation of neural plate is called neurulation. So there is no doubt first formed body in organogenesis is neural plate. Here I mentioned. Neural plate is the first formed organ. It may not be functional completely, but first functional part is heart. Heart starts, it beats even 28th day after fertilization. Means within 1 month, inside the fetus, heartbeat starts. That easily can be diagnosed with the stethoscope of the doctor during scanning time. And from the ectoderm and endoderm, so many organ systems were generated. Like in the mesoderm also, some connective tissue, bone, and some endocrine structures, hormonal system. What are the structures derived from the mesoderm? Adrenal cortex. Adrenal cortex is derived from mesoderm. Adrenal medulla is derived from ectoderm.
We will observe some of the organs from ectodermal derivatives. Entire epithelium of a mouth and a nose formed from ectodermal. Skin, keratinocytes and melanocytes. Nervous system main organs like brain, spinal cord, cranial nerves, sensory system and group of neurons, ganglia 5, 7, 9, 10 and Schwann cells also. If you observe here teeth is a part of digestive system, but amyloblast cells which form enamel and odontoblast cells which form dentine are derived from ectoderm. And sense organ eye, in that retina, lens, cornea, sclera, ciliary muscles and pigmentation of iris are formed from ectodermal. From mesoderm, bone, cartilage, cranial vault except parietal part, facial bones, mandible, inner ear, in that incus malleus stapes, hyoid bone which supports the tongue, parietal bone and laryngeal cartilage, ribs, spine and extremities. If you see the tongue, that is a digestive system part but is derived from mesoderm, which is another significant portion from the digestive system. Entire the digestive system is derived from endoderm, but teeth derived from ectoderm and the tongue derived from mesoderm. You must notice those things. And if you see the endodermal derivatives, respiratory tract, gastrointestinal tract, nothing but digestive system, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland and thymus glands also.
So that is how this ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm are producing organ systems, sense organs and all. But according to the NCERT, what kind of questions will come? If we discuss organogenesis in depth, we cannot answer, okay, we cannot even memorize, okay, things in the examination hall. So I am coming to the direct point. In NCERT point of view, what kind of questions will be arised from the organogenesis concept? So that is why I made 5 important sessions here. Number 1, if you see 28th day heartbeat starts. After fertilization everything will be counted. End of the 2nd month, digits were formed. Digits means what? Fingers. Fingers form is limbs also formed, so that digits and limbs were identified very easily, okay, at end of the 2nd month. End of the 2nd month means it is almost in first trimester. So, in the 5th week or 6th week, what together called first trimester.
Once fetus comes to finish the first trimester, which means first 3 months, Majority of the internal organs were completed their development, and fetus will be significantly appeared with eye buds, ear buds, and arm buds and limb buds.
First month, second month, and third month. The 3 months together is called first trimester. Fourth month, fifth month, sixth month called second trimester. And 7, 8, and 9 months together called third trimester. Here another significant feature is end of the first trimester. Once the first trimester is going to be finished, means first 3 months are completing, that time major organs were formed. Major organs means already heart is formed. Kidney, some glands, skin, all these were formed. And external genitalia also were formed. Here one should remember the first session of the human reproduction. That is, primary sex organs were formed in the third month, whereas secondary sex organs were formed in the fourth month, I said. So third month means what? In the first trimester. Fourth month means what? First trimester. So major organs and external genitalia were formed in end of the first trimester. When fetus comes to the second trimester, nothing but fourth and fifth and sixth month.
When baby enters second trimester, which means fourth, fifth, and sixth months, transparent skin forms and hair will be growing on the head region only, mainly in fourth month. When sixth month comes, hair appears over the body. Body posture and movements can easily observe.
What happens? So in the sixth month and end of the fifth month, hair will be formed on the head of the fetus and first morphological movements can be occurred. So baby movements can be observed in the sixth month, end of the fifth month. Next, if you see the hair formed on only head at the time of fifth month, end of the fifth month, whereas in the end of the second trimester, the hair can be covered entire the body. Along with that feature, eyelids and eyelashes were open. Eyelids were formed in the first trimester, but there are buds, eye buds, they are not open. But eyelids were open and eyelashes also formed end of the second trimester. End of the second trimester means how many months? Fourth, fifth, and sixth month. So sixth month, mother can sense the baby movements inside the womb. Then after second trimester, the fetus enters the seventh month, eighth month, ninth month together called third trimester, the final trimester.
When baby attains third trimester, which means 7th, 8th and 9th months, in the early third trimester called 7th month, sometimes organogenesis completes early and baby ready for delivery. Such deliveries are called premature deliveries. In this case, parents should give special care to the baby. And 8th and 9th months, dramatically baby gains weight till 7 pounds, about 18 to 20 inches length. End of the third trimester called 9th month, parturition takes place.
Here, organogenesis will be in the finishing way. In such way, all organ systems are completing their signaling processes. And all the expressions of genetical path will be completed. And color, property of hair, and the structure of internal organs, and till the organ systems, ducts, peripheral organs, lymphatic system, circulatory system, everything will be finished by end of the third trimester called 9th month. So total 38 weeks, 270 days. When the fetus attains 9th month, parturition will be initiated. What is parturition? Delivery of the baby is called parturition. Parturition will be discussed in the next video lecture. In this session, I will give the conclusion of organogenesis in a quick way. Let us see organogenesis. In that, organogenesis starts from gastrulation to the parturition way. Between the two phenomena, the entire thing is called organogenesis. So here, organogenesis is there between gastrulation and parturition. Entire duration is help to generating of lot of organs, organ systems and their stabilizations. And internal organs were began 3 to 8 weeks after fertilization. First organs develop, later systems will be developed. So 8th week before all organs are completely developed, before third trimester all systems are completed so that baby can be ready to deliver. Next, I already told you neuroplate is the first organ whereas the heartbeat starts at the 28th day. And the gestation is different and organogenesis is different, and don't see the two terms in a same way. So go for the assignments, and if you have any doubts, please ask me. In the next session, we will come to know about parturition and lactation process. Thank you.